This is the Calphalon Classic. It's the 15-piece self-sharpening cutlery. It does have the self-sharpener. It's called SharpIN, labeled for easy identification. Here's everything it comes with. It's got the knife, the block, Santoku, serrated utility, regular utility pairing, the kitchen shears, and an 8-piece steak knife set. That is pretty cool that it comes with the 8-piece. And on the back, we can see what the SharpIN slots are. They slot into there. And what is SharpIN? It describes it right there. There's another picture of the block. Let's go ahead and get this open, and we'll see how it looks on the inside. Now, when you go to open it, it says, "Congratulations on your purchase. Complete your block with a bread knife." If that is not included, that's a little weird that there's an open slot for something that's not in there, but we shall see if that's the case. And it does indeed look like that's the case. It has all of them labeled here. Open is O, which is right here. That's a little odd they didn't include that in here. I mean, it's cool you can buy it, but why not have it in the set that it should come with? Little odd. There's a bunch of space open inside the box, and that is to account for the block being the awkward shape that it is. There is the block itself. Pretty nice look to it. We'll see if this gets fingerprints over time. That's like a brushed steel kind of look. On the bottom, we do have 4 of the rubber pegs, and they aren't just glued in there. They're actually stapled, so those should stay for a lifetime. And if you find one of these, just toss it. Do not eat it. There's the logo right there on the front. Aside from the block itself, there is a box with all of the knives in it. If only we had a knife to cut it open. Sharp objects open with care. Let's carefully open it. And I didn't cut myself. Each one of these are encased in plastic, and it does have some paper on the inside too. There are the 8 of the steak knives. Whether they set perfect, it doesn't really matter, honestly. Now, these things are a little thinner than I'm used to for steak knives. I do like the grip here. I don't have steak here to test that, so that is going to go right back in its little home there. The 3 bigger ones, they did come with plastic tips so you don't cut yourself, although the rest is still sharp. Don't try to shove this in the block. Somebody out there in the world is going to try to do that and get that jammed in there. Don't do that. I do like this paring knife. Very nice feel to it. Pair with it. That does have nice weight to it, and that does feel really solid. The same with the utility knife. A bit longer. Pretty surprised. I mean, this is somewhat of a premium set, but the weight on these is very nice. They drag down just slightly. Same with this one. I have not actually used a Santoku before. Here's the serrated utility. It is a little bit odd that they did not include the bread knife. They advertise it but don't include it, and maybe that's a sales tactic to get you by. That I really couldn't tell you, but this set is pretty nice feeling. I really don't have any complaints with any of it, although I've not cut anything yet. This all feels really premium. Now, this is flush. I've seen some knife sets where over time this will kind of cut you, and that is if the wood wears off. Time will tell if that happens. Being stainless steel, very likely won't. This feels really smooth. There's a side view of it. They fit in there quite nice. The weight of them does help slide into there. Couple inches from the bottom. They do knock like this, but that is because of the interior there. They do sharpen. I've seen people that have sharpeners before. They go in, out, they sharpen, whatever. That's a cool thing. But what I always do, although I don't cut and cook too often, is when you are doing that, make sure to rinse that off, or at least wipe off the metal before you go ahead and use it. If you're pushing in and out a bunch, you're gonna get little metal flakes possibly in there. It's not always the case, but it does happen. So be wary of that. These do all slide in there kind of under their own weight. This one here, this does not have that. This is the serrated utility. Couldn't imagine you'd want that on there because that'll just eat them up. These scissors feel very nice. If you hold it up to a light, they do scrape like they're supposed to, and when you have them all the way together, you can see, if I angle it right, a little bit of light hitting the center. This isn't showing it, my camera's not focusing properly, but it does scrape, and that is what you want in a kitchen knife. Scrape all the way through for both sides to touch and not be perfectly straight. They do curve in towards each other, which is nice. I do like that. That feels pretty good.